Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 17 on partial derivatives. In previous lecture we have discussed gradient of a scalar function and we have seen how to find out gradient of a given scalar function at a given point. In this lecture we are going to understand what is directional derivatives and how to find out directional derivatives of a scalar function. So first we define what is directional derivative. So directional derivative is nothing but derivative at a point in the given direction. So it is a derivative of scalar function in the direction of a given unit vector. So here we have written the definition of directional derivative. The directional derivative of a scalar valued function fxy at point p x0 y0 in the direction of unit vector given by u bar equal to u1i plus u2j is denoted by this notation df at point p0, and here in this suffix we will write down this u bar vector and is defined using this limit of f of x0 plus s times u1 y0 plus s times u2 minus value of function at x0 y0 divided by s, and we consider limit as s is approaching 0. So this is the definition of directional derivative at point p0, which is order pair x0 y0 in the direction of unit vector u bar, which is order pair u1 u2. So we have multiplied this unit vector by s and we have s times u1 s times u2, and we are adding these two vectors. So if we add these two vectors we have x0 plus su1 comma y0 plus su2. So value of scalar function at this vector minus value of scalar function at x0 y0, and this difference is divided by s, and limit of this quotient is considered as s is approaching 0. So if this limit exists, then we can say that derivative exists in the direction of unit vector at a given point. Now in our course we are not going to use definition to calculate directional derivatives. It is always not possible to calculate this type of limits. Sometimes it is not comfortable even if it is possible. So we are not going to use this definition to compute directional derivatives. Instead of that we are going to use one efficient formula for the calculation of directional derivative. One more thing, directional derivative gives us the rate of change of fxy at point p0 in the direction of unit vector u bar. So this is physical meaning of directional derivative, as we know that derivative gives us the rate of change. So here also we are defining derivative in the particular direction. So directional derivative in the direction of vector u bar at point p0 gives us the rate of change of given function at a point p0 in the direction of unit vector u bar. So sometimes they can ask you the question of directional derivative in this way also. They can ask you that compute the rate of change of given scalar function at a given point in the given direction. So you must be familiar with this physical meaning also. So the directional derivative means rate of change of scalar function at a given point in the given direction. Now we see what is the formula for directional derivative. So that formula uses gradient of a directional derivative. So we have written this formula for scalar valued function of 3 variables. We can generalize this to n variables also. So the directional derivative of a scalar function f of x y z at a point x0 y0 z0 in the direction of unit vector u1 u2 u3 is the dot product of the gradient of f at p0 and this unit vector u bar. This is very efficient formula for directional derivative. We can directly compute directional derivative simply by taking dot product of two vectors. One vector is gradient of a scalar function at a given point. Another vector is directional vector, or the vector in the direction of which we have to compute directional derivative. We will remember this formula for directional derivative for examples. To find out directional derivative at a given point, we have to find out gradient of a scalar function at a given point, and we have to take dot product of that gradient vector with given unit vector. If given vector is not unit vector, suppose our vector u bar is not having length 1, then we can find out unit vector in the direction of given vector by this formula, u bar divided by length of u bar. So if u bar is not unit vector, we will first find out unit vector in the direction of given vector. By this formula, we will divide this vector u bar by its length. So with this in mind, we find out this directional derivative in this problem. So this question was asked in GTU Winter 2020 examination. First we have to define gradient of a function. So we have already defined gradient of a scalar function. Use gradient to find out directional derivative of this function at point 1, 1, 0 in the direction of this vector a bar equal to 2i minus 3j plus 6k. So first we check whether given vector is unit vector or not. For that we find out length of given vector. We know that length of a bar will be equal to square root of square of components and their addition. Here x component is 2, so we consider 2 square, y component is minus 3 plus z component is 6. So we find out length of unit given vector, it is 4 plus 9 plus 36. So that is going to be 13 plus 36, and this is nothing but 6 plus 3, 9, 49, and we know that length is always positive. So length of given vector is 7. So given vector is not unit vector, and for directional derivative we require unit vector. So first we write down unit vector in the direction of given vector. The unit vector in the direction of given vector a bar, in the direction of a bar is that we denote by a cap equal to vector a bar divided by its length. Now we write down a bar is 2i minus 3j plus 6k, 2i minus 3j plus 6k divided by 7. So this we can rewrite as 2 by 7i minus 3 by 7j plus 6 by 7k. So it doesn't matter whether we write cap notation or this vector notation. So this is the unit vector which we will use in the formula of directional derivative. What another thing we require is, we have find out unit vector. Now we require gradient of a given scalar function at a given point. So first we find out gradient of this scalar function at this point. For that we will require partial derivatives of this function at this point. So first we write down given function, and then we find out partial derivatives, and using partial derivatives we will write down gradient. Function is f of x y z equal to x cube minus x y square minus z, x cube minus x y square minus z, and point is 1, 1, 0. So first order partial derivative with respect to x, we have to consider y and z as constant. Derivative of x cube is 3x square. Here y square is constant, derivative of x is 1, and z is constant, its derivative is 0. And we calculate derivative at given point at the same time. So we have to put x equal to 1, y equal to 1 here. So it is 3 times 1 square minus 1 square, that is 3 into 1 minus 1, that is 2. Similarly, we find out partial derivative of f with respect to y. So we consider x and z as constant. So derivative of these two terms with respect to y is 0. Here minus x is constant, derivative of y square is 2y. So we obtain minus 2xy. Therefore, partial derivative of f with respect to y at this point is minus 2 times x is 1, y is 1. So derivative is minus 2. Similarly, partial derivative with respect to z, we consider x and y as constant. So these two terms become constant. So their derivative is 0, and derivative of minus z is minus 1. So this is minus 1 at every point. Therefore, at 1, 1, 0 also we have minus 1. So now we can write down gradient of this scalar function at a given point. The gradient of f at 1, 1, 0 is, so we can write this formula of gradient of f at 1, 1, 0 equal to partial derivative with respect to x at 1, 1, 0 times I plus partial derivative with respect to y at 1, 1, 0 times j plus partial derivative with respect to z at 1, 1, 0 times k. Now we are having all these values, so we substitute them here and we obtain gradient vector at 1, 1, 0. So del f by del x is 2, del f by del y is minus 2 and minus 1. So we will write 2, minus 2 and minus 1. So this is 2, del f by del y is minus 2 and del f by del z is minus 1. So this is the gradient vector at point 1, 1, 0. So once we obtain gradient vector, we have to take dot product of this gradient vector with this unit vector to find out directional derivative. So in the next step, now we compute directional derivative. So now the required directional derivative is that we denote by df unit vector is a cap at point 1, 1, 0 and dot product of gradient vector at point 1, 1, 0 with that unit vector which we have denoted by a cap. Now here gradient vector is 2i minus 2j and minus k. So this is gradient vector, and here we write down unit vector which we have obtained. So a cap is 2 by 7 minus 3 by 7, 6 by 7, 2 minus 3, 6, and in the denominator we have 7, 2 by 7 minus 3 by 7 and 6 by 7 times k. Now for dot product, we have to multiply corresponding components and we have to add their products. Here x component is 2, here x component is 2 by 7. So we multiply x components, then multiply y components. Here y component is minus 2, here y component is minus 3 by 7. Here z component is minus 1 and here z component is 6 by 7. Now we can write 7 as a LCM. It is everywhere, 1 by 7 is in each term, and here we will have 4 minus 2 into minus 3, that is 6, and here we have minus 1 into 6, that is minus 6. So finally our directional derivative is 4 by 7. So this is required directional derivative of a scalar function at point 1, 1, 0 in the direction of unit vector a cap. So in this way we can compute directional derivatives easily. We just have to remember this formula, that directional derivative of a scalar function at point p0 in the direction of unit vector is dot product of this gradient of this scalar function at a given point with this unit vector. So directional derivative is nothing but dot product of gradient vector and this unit vector, in which direction we have to calculate directional derivative. So this is all about this lecture. In upcoming lectures we will discuss some more problems on directional derivatives. Thank you very much.